Hey guys, this is Pam Baldwin. Thanks for joining me today for this digital tutorial. I'm going to be working with the Summit Documenter Kit as well as the digital elements that were released with the Summit kits this month to create a pocket page spread for my album. The two things that we're going to cover in today's lesson are using digital stamps, super quick and easy, and the other thing we're going to do is look at how to extract different elements from the digital journaling cards to be able to use in your project. So, I'm going to start off by making a full page 6 by 12 photo, and I want to put one of the digital stamps on top. This is the photo that I'm choosing to use, so I'm going to start this project by creating a new canvas that's going to be sized as 6 by 12. So 6 inches wide, 12 inches tall, a resolution of 300 pixels per inch, and say OK. Next, I'm going to click and drag my photo from the project bin at the bottom of my Photoshop Elements workspace onto the new canvas. And I'm just grabbing onto these corner handlebars to be able to resize the photo so that it fills in the entire canvas and move it into a position where I feel like I have the bulk of what I wanted from the photo on the space, knowing that some of the photo is being cut off by resizing it this way. I think this looks pretty good, so I'm going to go ahead and click OK. Next, I'm going to click and drag the digital stamp, which I already have opened at the bottom of my photo bin, up onto my new canvas. So, click, drag, position it where I want it to be on the photo. It automatically goes to the center, and I think this looks pretty good, so I'm not going to change very much of it here. I would like to change the color of this digital stamp on top of my photo. So when I look over in the Layers panel on the right hand side of Photoshop Elements, there is a little box on the bottom, on the thumbnail image of this layer, and it's showing that this is currently considered a smart object. If I want to change the color of this item, then I need to simplify this layer so that it can be edited in the way that I want it to. I'm going to do that by right-clicking on the layer, to scroll down to where it says Simplify Layer and clicking on that. The box has disappeared, and that means that I can edit the color in however way I want now. So I am going to go up to Edit at the top menu bar of Photoshop Elements, and I would like to fill this layer in with the color white, and I'd like to make sure that the Preserve Transparency box is checked, and that's going to make sure that only the words get changed in this layer and not the entire layer. Click OK, and there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and print this now as a 6 by 12 photo to include in my project. The next thing I want to do is use this digital card, or the word art from this digital card, in my pocket page spread. I really like the handwritten journaling here, or the handwritten sentiment, but I'm not really a fan of the background for this particular design in the way that I want to use it for my project. What I would like to do is take the words from this design and put it onto a new card. So again, I'm going to create a new canvas by saying File, New, Blank File. This time I'm going to make a 3 by 4 canvas so it will fit into one of my 3 by 4 pockets. So 3 inches wide by 4 inches high at a resolution of 300 pixels per inch, and say OK. I'm going back to my original journaling card here, and I'm going to use this tool on the left hand side called the Magic Wand tool. You can see that it's selected here in the bottom of my Tools panel as well. I'm going to increase the size of this image so that I have more room to work with, and click on the first word that I want selected. When I click on it, you'll see that there are little marching ants going around this image that indicate that this portion of it is selected. But I want to make sure that all of my word art is selected. So I'm going to hold down the Shift key on my keyboard and continue to click on the other elements that I want included in this selection. Once I have all of the elements that I want selected so that there are marching ants around all of them, I'm going to use a shortcut command on my keyboard to make this into a new layer. So I'm using a PC, I'm holding down the Control key and pressing the letter J, And you'll notice on the right hand side of my layers panel now, I have this layer selected, or the word art has its own layer now. The next thing I'm going to do is click and drag this layer onto my new canvas of the 3x4 card. So I now have that word art on an entirely new card, and I think it's looking pretty good. The one thing I'm going to do is reverse the colors on this. So I would like for the background of this to be black and the words to be white. The way that I'll do that is by clicking Edit to fill the layer that has the word art on it, saying that I would like it to be white, and again preserve the transparency and say that's okay. I'm going to select the background layer from my layers panel over here, click the black color from the color swatches on the left side of my screen, grab the paint bucket, and go ahead and click on my card. So this card is now ready to be printed and included in my project.